The warnings felt like shackles, trying to hold me back from the only thing that truly made me feel alive. I stay with you because, despite the danger, I've never felt more myself than I do when I'm with you. They warned me it was dangerous to stay, and I heard them, but each time I left, I realized something. They weren't warning me about you. They were warning me about the fear of losing what felt like home. They warned me about you, but what they didn't warn me about was how you'd make me feel like I was flying without a net. It's dangerous, yes, but it's also the only way I've ever felt truly free. The danger isn't in staying with you. It's in the way you make me feel invincible one moment and vulnerable the next. But that's love, isn't it? The risk that makes us feel alive. They warned me, and I listened partially. But I couldn't deny the way you made me feel. The danger wasn't in your love, but in how you made me confront my own fears and insecurities. They told me to walk away, but how could I leave the one person who makes me feel seen and understood? The danger was never in loving you. It was in realizing that sometimes love can hurt more than anything else. The warnings were loud, but your love was louder. Every time I heard the voice of caution, I heard your voice calling me back, offering safety in the chaos. Maybe it's dangerous to stay, but I don't know if I can ever leave. They told me it was dangerous to stay, but you are the one who made me feel alive again. In the chaos of loving you, I found a kind of peace I never knew existed. It may be risky, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. I stayed despite their warnings, because I realized that love without risk isn't love at all. Yes, it's dangerous, but it's a danger I've learned to embrace, knowing that without you, there is no life. They warned me that staying with you was playing with fire, but what they didn't know is that I've always been drawn to the heat. The danger is in the fire, but the warmth is what keeps me here. The warnings came, and I heard them, but I couldn't stop myself from loving you. Maybe it's dangerous, but sometimes the most dangerous thing is denying the love that makes you feel alive. They warned me it would hurt, but they never told me how much joy I would find in this love. It's dangerous, yes, but it's the most exhilarating risk I've ever taken. They said it would be dangerous to stay with you, but staying felt like the only choice. Every moment without you felt like something was missing. The risk wasn't in loving you, it was in living without your love. I've heard the warnings, but I don't think they understand. You are dangerous, but you're also the one who makes me feel like I've finally found where I belong. Every moment with you is worth the risk. They warned me, and I listened, But every time I tried to walk away, I found myself walking right back to you. The danger wasn't in staying, it was in the idea of leaving. They said I was asking for trouble by staying with you, but what they didn't understand was that trouble was exactly what I needed. In your chaos, I found my peace. They warned me about the dangers of loving you, but they didn't realize that without that love, I'd never truly know what it means to live. It's dangerous, yes, but it's a danger worth facing. They said it was dangerous to stay, but staying with you feels like the only thing that makes sense. In your arms, I've found something worth the risk, something I've never found anywhere else. The danger was never in loving you. It was in the possibility of losing the one thing that truly made me feel alive. I've heard the warnings, but I can't let go. They warned me, and I heard them, but when I look into your eyes, I see everything I've ever wanted. The danger is real, but the love is even more real. They warned me it would hurt, but they didn't know that love, even when painful, has a way of teaching you how strong you really are. I stay because in you I see my future. The warnings felt suffocating, but then your love gave me room to breathe. It's dangerous, but maybe that's what makes it worth everything. They told me I should leave you, but I stay because in your arms I find solace. The danger is there, but the love outweighs it. They warned me about the chaos of loving you, but in your chaos I found peace. Yes, it's dangerous, but sometimes the most dangerous love is the most fulfilling. They warned me it was dangerous to stay, but how could I leave the one person who makes me feel like I'm finally home? The danger is real, but so is the love. I stayed despite their warnings because I knew that love without risk isn't love at all. It's dangerous, but it's the kind of danger that makes life worth living. The warnings never stopped, but every time I looked at you, I knew why I stayed. It wasn't the danger, it was the love. They warned me it was dangerous to stay with you, but how could I ever leave when your love feels like a spell I can't escape? Each moment with you leaves me torn between the desire to stay and the need to protect myself from the storm we've created together. In the quiet moments, I remember their warnings, but then you smile at me and it all fades away. They didn't understand what it was like to feel your warmth, your touch, the way you make me forget the world around us. They told me I should walk away before it was too late. But how could I? Every time I tried to leave, my heart dragged me back to you, to the chaos, to the love that both thrills and terrifies me. The warnings echoed in my mind every time you pulled me closer. Yet in your arms, I found a sense of belonging I had never known. The danger wasn't in you, it was in the way you made me feel alive. When I thought I had forgotten what that meant, they warned me it was dangerous, that I was risking everything by staying with you. But what they didn't see was how you were the only one who truly understood me. Every day with you felt like an adventure, even if it also felt like walking a tightrope. I've always known the risk of staying with you, yet somehow, each time they warned me, I felt myself pulling closer to you. The pull between us is magnetic, and despite the danger, I can't seem to let go. They warned me that being with you would cost me more than I could afford, but they didn't know that the price of losing you would be even greater. I stay because I fear what I'd be without you in my life. Their voices were loud in my head, cautioning me to run, but my heart was always silent, guiding me back to you. They don't understand that it's not the danger that keeps me here, it's the love, even if it comes with its own set of risks. You were the storm I never saw coming, but in your chaos, I found a sense of peace. They warned me about the danger, but what they didn't realize was that without you, I'd be lost in the stillness of a world that never felt real. They warned me, and I listened. But then your touch calmed my fears, and your words made the danger seem worth it. Maybe it's foolish to stay, but maybe it's even more foolish to leave the only love that's ever made me feel truly alive. The warnings were clear, and yet here I am, still choosing to stay. It's as if the danger was never about you, but about how deeply you made me feel, how you pulled me into a world where everything is uncertain, but love is undeniable. They warned me, but I didn't need their warnings to see the truth. You are the most beautiful, dangerous thing I've ever known. Every moment with you feels like walking on the edge, and for some reason, I can't stop myself from wanting to fall. Each warning they gave me was a brick in the wall I built between us, but every time you smiled, you tore it down. The danger wasn't in staying with you, it was in the way you made me question everything I thought I knew about love and myself. They said staying with you would ruin me, but they couldn't see what you were showing me: how to love fearlessly, how to embrace the messiness of life. Yes, it's dangerous, but maybe some risks are worth taking when the reward is this beautiful. They warned me about the chaos of loving you, but what they didn't realize was that in your chaos, I found clarity. The danger was never in the risk of staying, but in the possibility of losing you. Their warnings were like shadows following me everywhere, but in your presence, I found the light. It's dangerous to this way, but it's also the only way I know how to live. They warned me that love with you would hurt me, but I've learned that sometimes the most painful things are the ones that teach us the most. I stay because, in this danger, I find pieces of myself I never knew were missing. They told me it was dangerous, but they didn't understand the way you made my heart race, the way you made me feel. The danger wasn't in staying, it was in living without that feeling ever again. The danger wasn't in loving you, it was in the way you made me feel like I was risking everything to hold on to something that could slip away. But still, I stay because the thought of losing you is scarier than any danger I've been warned about. They said you were a risk I shouldn't take, but I've taken it 1,000 times. Each time I fall deeper into your love, your touch, your voice. Maybe I'm foolish, but it's a foolishness I don't regret. They warned me that staying with you was dangerous, but what they didn't tell me was that leaving you would hurt even more. You've become a part of me, and now I can't imagine life without the danger of loving you. They told me that danger lurked in every corner of our love, but no one warned me about how beautiful the chaos would feel. You may be dangerous, but you are the only one who makes my heart beat like this.